Welcome, amazing one, and let's crack this beautiful geometry puzzle together. We are given these two identical circles, and you notice that each of these circles measures 5 meters for the radius. And in between these two identical circles, there is a square, this red square. And that is what the question says, find the area of this red square. Now, it becomes so impossible, right? But don't worry, I will take you through that step by step. Now, to get the area of a square, it means you first need to identify the side. When you identify the side, remember all the sides are equal for a square. You square each of the sides and it gives you the area. So in that case, it means if we can identify the side of this square, let's say that this square measures x because we don't know the value. So if the side of this square measures x, then it means that the area of this square, which we are looking for, is going to be x squared. Now, the problem is, how do we find this value of x? Let's do that together. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you for choosing to learn through us. If you're still new, hit that subscription button, click on your notification bell for updates. And if you like what we do, don't forget to give us some thumbs up, share with others. Now, before we go into answering this, let me remind you of this theorem. Each time you have your circle drawn and there is a line touching this circle at a point, we call this line your tangent line. And anytime you have your radius, a radius is a line from the center touching any part of the circumference. And if this radius comes in contact with the tangent, it always makes angle 90. We call it the tangent and the radius theorem. Now let's see how this theorem helps us in answering this question. You know, going back to this diagram, you are free to form as many radii as possible, but there are those special ones that we are going to figure out. We can have it from here to this end is going to give us a radius. Remember, this line is a tangent line, just like what you have explained. Now, this radius coming in contact with the tangent has made angle 90 at the point of contact. Now, what other information do we need? Remember, if from here to here is radius, it means that this has formed 5 meters. What other thing do we need to get? We can form another radius. We can form it from this center, touching this vertex of the square, this point of the square. It's also your circumference, so you are free to form a radius touching at this point. So let me get my radius touching that part of the square. Did you see? And remember that your radii are always equal. So this line should also be 5 meters. Now, what other thing do we need to get? Remember that when you have this square drawn, if this side is x, each of these sides will be x because the sides of a square are the same. In that case, it means that from this end to this end should also be x units. So if from here to here is x, what does it mean? We can try to create another line. Just watch. Let's create another line. Let's use this to create the line. So we have this. So this is our line. It means that from here to here is x. Automatically, we can adjust this. It means that from this end to this end will also give us x. Because you see that these two lines are parallel to each other and they are the same, you see. Now, also, remember that the total length we have here is 5 units. If here is x, the remaining length here is going to give us 5 minus x. So let's adjust this. So the remaining length will be 5 minus x. Now, what other information do we need? We can try to give this from here to this end. Let's give it another letter just to help us. You see that this has also formed angle 90 at this point. Now we can have this letter from here to here. Let's give it a different letter, like letter B. So what do? You observed that this has formed a right triangle at this point. Let's try to bring out that shape and see if it helps us in what we are doing. So bringing out the shape, this is what we have. We form a right triangle. and this length is 5 units. From here to here, we see is B, and from here to here, we have it as 5 minus x. Now, what do? Whenever you work with the size of a right triangle, use your Pythagorean's theorem. And by the Pythagorean's theorem, this is the longest side. So you're going to square the longest side because the side opposite to where the angle 90 is formed. So it gives you 5 squared is equal to the square of the two tails summed. So we square each of this. It gives 5 minus x, square it, plus the square of this base. So we have b squared. Now, what do? This gives us 5 squared will give us 25 is equal to. For this, how do you simplify? Just quickly remember that for every a minus b squared, it's always a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. This is your algebraic identity. Now, if you apply it here, you have 5 squared minus 2 times 5 times x plus x squared plus b squared. This gives us 25 is equal to 5 squared is 25. If you multiply this, it gives you negative 10x plus x squared plus b squared. Now, what do? We can remove this on both sides. So if you subtract 25 from both sides, subtract here, this cancels this. So we are left with, let's do it here. So this gives us, if you subtract this, it gives us 0. So we are having 0 is equal to, this will give us negative 10x plus x squared plus b squared. And what does it mean? This is the same thing as, let's move the x to the left side. So it's going to give us, this will give us, if you add to this side, it gives you positive, then you subtract this. So we're going to have 10x minus x squared is equal to b squared. Let's leave this equation. We are going to go back to it. So what do we do next? If you go back to the second circle, you see that from here to here gives you your radius, which is 5 meters. You can repeat the same thing you did here. You also have it that from here to here is still your 5. Then we have from here to this point is also going to be this. They are the same. So whatever you have from here to here is equal to what you have from this end to this end, which is also your B. And we have it that you observe now that this total length here should be equal with what you have here. This length here. So let's label it. Here is A and here is B. So AB, if we label here P and label here Q, you can have it that AB is equal to PQ. So let's bring that information out to have. So we now have it that AB is equal to length. AB is addition of these two numbers, which is 5 at 5, and that gives us 10 meters. Now let's go to PQ. You have it that PQ is equal to these whole values added. Remember, here is x. This place is also x because it's a square. So we have it is going to be from this end to this, which is B, plus from here to here, which is x, plus from here to here, which is also B. So let's add it. It's going to give B add B is 2B. So it's giving us 2B plus x. So we see that since our AB is equal to PQ, then it means that, so we're going to have it that 2B plus x, this value should also be equal to 10 meters. So what does it mean? We can make B subject. So we have it that 2B, so we have it that our 2B is equal to 10 minus x, subtract x from both sides. So to get your B, divide each by 2, divide this by 2. So cancel this, we now have it that B is equal to, divide this, it gives you 5 minus x over 2. We are going to leave this equation. So bringing the two equations we left, we have, so we need to recall our equation 1, we have it that 10x minus x squared is equal to b squared. That's the equation 1. And we also have it that 5 minus x over 2 is equal to b. This is our equation 2. So what do we do here? we are going to square the second equation to put it in this form, and then we solve. To do that, we are going to now have, so this gives us square equation 2. We are going to have 5 minus x over 2 square it is equal to our b squared. So to do this, we are going to remember a minus b squared is equal to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So if you apply this here, we are going to now have, from here we have 5 squared minus 2 times 5 times x over 2 plus x over 2 squared is equal to b squared. So we are going to have 5 squared gives us 25. If you multiply this, you see that this cancels. We have minus 5x. Square this, it gives us x squared. Square this, it gives us 4 is equal to b squared. So we can call this equation 3. Now what do? Let's bring these two equations, equation 1 and 2, 1 and 3 together. You see that this one has b squared, this one has b squared. So by equality, we are going to have it that bringing equation 1 and 3 together. So we now have it that 10x minus x squared is equal to this part, which is 25 minus 5x plus x squared over 4. So what do? Let's use 4 to multiply each part because it's the denominator. So we do that. We have multiply this by 4, it gives you 40x. Multiply this, it gives you 4x squared. Multiply by 4 here, it gives you 100. Multiply this, it gives you 20x. Then multiply this by 4, it gives you x squared. Keep solving. So let's take this to the right side and this to the right side. So this is going to give us negative 40x. This will give us positive 4x squared. Then we now have plus 100. This will give us minus 20x plus x squared, and everything is equal to 0. So let's simplify this. We have this add this will give us 5x squared. This and this gives us negative 60x. Then plus 100 is equal to 0. We can try to reduce this. So we divide each by 5, divide by 5. So when you do that, this cancels. We have x squared. Divide this, it gives us negative 12x. This gives us 20 is equal to 0. We can quickly factorize this quadratic. Two numbers that when you times, it gives you positive 20. And then when you add them, it gives you negative 4. We can choose 10 and 2. So we have negative 10 and negative 2. They are the two numbers. So simplify. We have x, put x in each of the brackets. So we have x minus 10 and x minus 2 is equal to 0. Solving this, we have x minus 10 is equal to 0. So that's add 10 to both sides. We have x is equal to 10. Then we also have for this, x minus 2 is equal to 0. Add 2 to both sides. So we have x is equal to 2. Now, which of these x values should we go for? You see that where x is this. And you already know that the total length here is 10. And if here is 10, the x cannot be 10 because x, the side is just a smaller part of the 10 meters. So in this case, we reject this x value and then accept this. So it means that the value of this x here is 2. And if x is 2, let's now find the area of the square to have. So we now have it that the area of square is going to be x squared, which will be 2 squared, and 2 squared gives us 4. So the area is 4 meter squared, and that's what we have. And I hope you really learned something. If you did, don't forget to like, share. I'll also be curious to see your own method. Thank you for choosing to learn through us. I hope to see you in my next video. Do have a lovely day. Bye.